You notice the shift, right? Or are you pretending nothing has changed? They used to control the narrative. Now the narrative is answering back to them. This right here, this is what happens when people get tired of being explained by others. And honestly, when I saw this, I loved it because something has shifted. The silence is gone, the patience running thin, and people are no longer pretending everything is fine when it's clearly not. I respect when Black Americans speak plainly, not with hate, not with chaos, but with clarity, with facts, with lived experience. Because when you tell your own story, no one else gets to rewrite it for you. And that's what matters. That's why I respect this moment. Enough doesn't mean disorder, it means boundaries. It means we decide who we are, not anybody else. I still have so many clips to play for you guys, but before we get into that, my name is Faith, and you're welcome back to Chat with Faith. If this is your first time here, I'm glad you found this channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a conversation. And as always, credit goes to the original creators for every single clip used in this episode. This video is for educational purposes and awareness. It is not meant to hate or discriminate against anyone. The goal is to discuss real challenges and perspective openly and respectfully. So stay tuned. Let's see more clips. I have a lot of people in the comments talking about, why are you just talking about African Americans? Why are you just asking for our support? Why are you not asking white people? Why are you not asking Asian people? If it's not clear by now, they have never been part of the fight. And that's not to come for you guys, but the majority is not the minority, right? Black and brown are the minority in this country. We have had a lot more issues than any other race in this country. So, by default, you would kind of think like we would stand together, having a history of so much oppression. And, I'm not trying to discredit anybody else, but we have both been through a lot. This is not even a topic of conversation. Once y'all get over the fact that it's not a race thing, because there's only one race, and that is the human race. And if you guys want to continue to put us in separate teams, then we are never going to fix the problem.
You guys put yourselves in a separate race from us. Hispanics, Latinos have always made it clear that they are not the blacks. Me no black, me no black, me no black. What about Native Americans? The so-called Native Americans? Y'all actually look a lot alike, to be quite honest. How come you ain't calling on them? Aren't they a minority? Asians are not a minority. Like the math just is not mathing with this one. You know what it is? What it all boils down to? What people never want to admit is that Black American people have always fought, and we have always prevailed. No matter if y'all want to say we on the bottom or what, we got ourselves out of shackles. It was not just because some white man one day woke up and said, oh, I think I want to let my slaves free. I think I want to let go of my free labor. Clearly that was not the case, because look at what followed with Jim Crow. The most lynchings happened in America after so-called slavery was abolished. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, we've always fought and we've always prevailed. You might not want to call us victors or winners, but we've always prevailed. I'll use that word. That's the operative word. And y'all all recognize that. I'm glad that y'all keep calling on us, because y'all know who we are. Deep down inside, y'all know that we put boots to the motherfucking ground. Where them fans at? Whoa, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Y'all know we get shit done. Y'all know we make noise. But what I don't like is that y'all are being so disingenuous and making it seem like we've always had this solidarity and this unity amongst us, when you all in your own communities have anti-blackness that you have yet to address in your own communities. The Afro-Latin community is underrepresented. They face discrimination, racism, colorism. And y'all take those same ideas and ideologies, and when y'all migrate here, y'all bring that with y'all. And y'all try to treat us like the same way y'all treat the black folk in y'all's countries, respectively. But instead of calling on us, why don't you call out the people that's actually doing these things to you? White people have helped us too to fight during the civil rights movement. More so than Latinos and Hispanics. Like, let's just keep it real. Why not call on them? Why not call on white people to be allies with you? This is very, very interesting. And I don't want anybody to get maimed or pap-powed with a rubber bullet. I don't like the footage that I've seen of people getting ran over by cars. It's very, very unfortunate. I'm not sitting up here saying that doesn't, I have empathy. But I don't want to be out there getting shot. I don't know. Anyways, what do y'all want us to do? That's it. Let me ask. What do y'all want us to do? For the ones that keep saying, where's the black people? What exactly do y'all want us to do? Spread love is the Brooklyn way. I hope everything works out.
Dear black people, I'm from Iuka, Mississippi, and I want you all to know that I love you all. I am very sorry for what some of the ignorant white people have said and done to offend you. But I love you, and a lot of other white folks love you. So, you are my brother here on earth, and you'll be my brother in heaven. I love you all. From Iuka, Mississippi. Thank you.
There's a group of people out here that can literally change the world, but they have every right to not to want to. And that is the black community. Because they do have more power than the white people. If they were to find their power and took leadership, they'll make some positive changes. But because our world is so racist and so masculine and there's no femininity in that area as well, that's why we are living the bullshit life we were living. And they have every right to watch the show and not do a thing because they told us, we ignored them, and now the whites are really the ones that are fucking around and finding out because they told us many years about everything that we're living in, and they have every right to watch the show and watch us struggle. They don't need to do anything because they tried. But because people are so ignorant, racist, and think they're better. So here we are.
And we talk, let me tell you something. As a journalist that is no longer in a traditional newsroom at the moment, when I tell you Black Americans, the descendants of the enslaved, push the culture, that is what I'm talking about. That entity that currently occupies the White House, when I tell you that he is not happy with the fact that we have sat this one out. When I tell you that other subgroups are not happy that we have sat out and are scratching their head and wondering why we ain't nowhere to be found, despite being the highest unemployment rate group, despite quite literally being hunted in this country. Despite it all, somehow we are still finding a way. Somehow we are still finding our joy. We are still making a way. We are still in community with one another and building. I refuse, moving forward, going forward, arguing with anybody about the Black American experience. I am no longer arguing with nobody. Nuh-uh. You are not cut from the same cloth, and you cannot compete where you cannot compare. I will not be explaining that any further. The mere fact that we collectively in November of 2024, altogether the majority of us, 98%, dare I say, decided that we are not going to do this. We're going to sit this one out. Y'all got it. And we are in lockstep. I hope you understand our power at this point. I hope you understand just how powerful we are when we are in lockstep with each other. Our ancestors are proud. They are very proud, but there is still work to do. While everybody is trying to spin the narrative and trying to get us up out of our rest, we got to remember not to let them. Mind your business, make your money, save your money, build your community, and go on about your business. Because as you can see, when you think the harm is going to come to somebody else, you find it on your doorstep. And maybe now, because we're going to continue to rest, we cannot let up. We cannot let up by any means. Maybe, just maybe, other groups will fall in line and figure it out and understand that we are better together than apart, okay? But it start with us, because clearly they wanted us in the streets. Clearly they wanted us up in arms because Kamala D. Harris, Madam Vice President, Attorney General Harris was not elected. The mere fact that we are still showing up and showing out, that got people mad, got people rocked, got people wondering what in the heck. It's gonna get worse. But as I've said several times, you cannot think my house is gonna be on fire and yours isn't gonna catch on fire, because we are too mixed up now. Our kids are too mixed up. We are too mixed up in our workplace, in our workspaces, in our neighborhoods. So the quicker people get on some get right and start putting into some action, because that's what it's going to take at this point. It's going to take action. And the action cannot come from us first. I mean, that's pretty obvious. But yeah, no. Black Americans, the descendants of the enslaved, please continue to rest and just find your joy where you can.
I think people are still very confused by the rest and relaxation that Black people are deciding to take during this, economic time period. Because to them, before the veil was lifted, I think him being in office has made people realize how broken our country is. But Black people have realized for years and centuries how broken this country is already. So for them, they feel like, why aren't you fighting? But for years, they were already fighting, already doing all the work. And they were being gaslit and told that, oh, it's not true, the country's fine, you guys are just victims. And I feel like Black Americans learned very, very quickly that you cannot appeal to a racist because they are not human beings. They quite literally are just entities with human skin. So they're surprised and shocked that people are not doing anything, or in their eyes. But the thing is, relaxing and being joyful is also a form of resistance. It is a form of rebellion. Choosing to not engage with narcissist tactics that are literally targeting you because of what you look like is resistance. There is nothing that America hates more than Black people saying no and not giving them free labor.
Can we talk? Okay, so it's been about a week since America has spoken, and I have processed it just enough to get through this video. I don't know how long it's going to take me to process it all the way fully, but what I know for sure is nobody will be rushing me to hurry up and get over it. That's not where we're at. It's a lot going on. But one thing remains the same. Black people are still resting, and they're going to be resting for quite some time, okay? Because I don't think y'all understand the severity. I think that there are some people out here that think that Black people are playing and that we'll eventually get over this and we'll get back to work. No. We will get back to work in our community, okay? The blue bracelets, not a fan. Because collectively, according to exit polling, Black people, Black men, and Black women collectively voted in a block, okay? To the 7% of Black women that voted for Trump and to the 20% of Black men that voted for Trump, those are the same people back in the day that was not trying to lead a plantation when the rest of us was trying to escape, okay? We're not talking about them. Now, on the other side, our white counterparts and allies who decided to come to the cookout, was wearing the t-shirts, joining the calls, all that, y'all took the pamphlets home but did not share it with the rest of y'all family. And exit polling shows that y'all didn't, which is concerning. So when Black people say that we are resting, that is what we mean, because we did our part. Black people have been oppressed, okay? We know how to make something out of nothing. And we're going to be okay. And the rest of the world is going to watch Black Americans be okay, because we are living off of the prayers of our ancestors. The prayers from the boat to the plantation to the escape plans up north to the civil rights movement. Black Americans will be okay because we've put in the work. It's the rest of the people of color groups that have not put in the work because they came to this country with rights that Black Americans fought and bled and died for. So when Black people say that we are resting, that is what we mean. It is not just this election. It is not just this. It is a culmination of so many disappointments from our existence on this stolen land. Okay? Because let's be clear. America is a stolen land built by stolen people. At the end of the day, that is what America is. Black Americans decided that they wanted to make something out of nothing. And that is what we have done for hundreds of years, and have literally laid a table together for everybody to be equitable. Okay? Equitable. All we want is equity, not revenge, not a leg up in the world, but equity across the board. And because America said that that's not what she wants, everybody is going to have to reap what they sow. Black people have been sowing seeds of equity, civil rights movements, voting rights movements. We have been sowing good seeds. So over the next 4 to 8 or however many years, Black Americans are going to be okay. It's all the other groups that we were worried about. But y'all let us know y'all not worried about yourselves, so we can't. I just want to make that clear. That literally, I'm still in the 7th stage of grief, and I teeter-totter between anger and rage. Okay, like I literally have my notes out because I don't want to say too much, because words matter and you can't take words back. But in the gist of it all, Black people, Black Americans collectively have always tried to make this place that we were stolen from our homeland, brought on this stolen land to make something out of nothing, and everybody at the table eat. But it was apparent last week that that is not what y'all want. So if Black people want to rest for the next 4 to 10 years, build our communities, build our wealth in however way we see fit, build up our community. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I know what it looks like when white rage can tear down and burn down a whole community of Black people because they feel like somebody getting a step ahead of them. I'm very aware. Most Black Americans understand that experience. And here we are all these years and decades later, and y'all are letting us know that this is not what y'all want. Y'all don't want equity. Y'all want proximity to whiteness. And I hate to be the one to break it to you, but you are going to have to learn that fat meat is greasy, because the world in this here United States of America has always been black and white. Everybody in between, y'all on your own. I'm tired. We tired. But yeah, stay rest up, drink your water, and moisturize. Okay.
People who still got beef with Black Americans and who keep coming on here saying put everything to the side, no. Let's focus on working together. No. We did that for 500 plus years. Y'all kept saying we were lazy. We want to see if we were so lazy, you don't need us anymore. So y'all get to doing it. Do it yourselves. If we aren't innovative and have no culture, y'all get to doing it. Y'all get to doing it. No. This is the one time we get to focus on us. And once again, y'all are trying to make it about you. Now, I really don't feel bad, but I kind of feel bad for the people that already know what's up. And y'all are trying to apologize and trying to make amends. But no, y'all helped let this go on for so long too. Y'all believe everything that they said about us and digested it. And now that we backing away and y'all finally finna feel that fire, it's time for y'all to burn. It's not no beef. It's peace on our end. We just rested. So we want y'all to take the reins and y'all accomplish what we accomplished for 500 plus years since we was lazy and we didn't do nothing.
And for those of you that keep looking for the 13 to 14% of the population that are Black Americans to save us from this regime, I would implore you to go look for the other 86 to 87% of the population. Ask them, what the fuck are they doing? Because if you asked me, I would blame white America for the problems that we're having now.
White people, I'm going to give y'all some advice, since y'all going to be crying even more now that the protest, after this protest, and don't shit change, and, everything just continue to just, go further and further down the toilet. Something you can do that might help your situation is apologize to Black people. Because if y'all apologize to Black people, right, and it works,
then y'all gain allies and, more importantly, actual powerful, smart, allies. Like, useful, because y'all definitely need some usefulness, over there. But yeah, wallow in your sorrow for however long after this protest stuff. Y'all just realize y'all don't wasted y'all time. And then y'all need to be getting together to have a big party to apologize to black people. Because that's the only way y'all getting out of this. That's the only, because this world going down. This going down. Black people not going down. Y'all will be literally extinct, is what I'm saying. So what y'all really need to be doing is apologizing to black people so that we can come together, really save y'all asses, honestly, because we could just let y'all asses burn and then make a new world with just black people. But we're not going to do that because we're loving people. So that's not what we do. So the good white people and black people, we're going to make a new America. It's going to be new. It's going to be equitable. But the only way we're going to be able to do that is y'all white people got to get to apologizing to black people so that we can have some, thoughts of wanting to get involved. But we're going to have to stop being mad at y'all first. Long as we mad at y'all, like y'all don't know what to do when somebody mad at y'all. Somebody mad at you, you need to apologize. Y'all know black people mad. So why I got to tell y'all to apologize? So look, that's what y'all need to be doing. That's what's going to save y'all asses. If not, you ain't going to give us no choice but to create a new America without y'all asses. And then guess what? That ain't on us. That karma ain't on us. But we are free so long as y'all asses ain't apologizing. I'm telling you. We ain't gonna be getting no bad karma because a motherfucker burnt that didn't apologize. So that's why I'm telling y'all need to fucking apologize to black people if y'all want to be saved. We are the only people that can save y'all.
Good morning to my beautiful black women. I just want to remind us all, as we see all these egregious and terrifying things get rolled in by this new administration, I wanted to remind us all that we do not have to be the heroes. We do not have to be the sound the alarms. We do not have to be the savior. And I know it's going to be tempting because we're so used to being the voice of, this is what's going on. We need to do something about it. We need to... You cannot be everywhere at once. If you feel called to something, to speak on something, to be there for something, sure. But you do not have to sit here and pick up the tears. You do not have to sit here and catch everybody's fall. Because we did our job. And I just want to simply remind us, because I find myself be like, this is not your fight. This is not your fight. Things are going to play out the way that they're going to play out. It's out of your control. So I need you to remind yourself to be gentle with yourself and to remind yourself that you are not the fixer of every situation, babes. Okay? We constantly feel like we have to fix it all. No. You're resting. That's what this is all about. This is us resting. So yeah, I just wanted to remind you all that. And I love you from one black woman to another. You're doing amazing. Mommy Tip, out.
At the end of the day, how long can someone keep showing up for someone who never showed up for them? How long do you defend others, speak up, explain, protect, and stand in the gap only for your own moment to come and suddenly the room is empty? How long do you fight battles that were never yours to begin with? How long do you keep being strong for everyone else while nobody checks if you're tired? Because that's what the reality is. It's not hatred, it's not division, it's fatigue. Yes. There comes a point where people start asking real questions. Why am I always the one expected to fix it? Why am I always the one who saved it? Why am I always the one expected to sacrifice? No community is anybody's savior. No race is obligated to rescue anyone, and no group should carry responsibility that belongs to individual. If you're a Christian, your savior is Jesus Christ, not Black Americans. If you're Muslim, your guidance is rooted in your faith. But human beings are being designed to be everybody's solution. So when they say they want peace of mind, that's not selfish, that's maturity. When they choose to focus on their families, that's not betrayal, that's priority. When they decide to step back from constant battles, that's not weakness, that's wisdom. You can't keep pouring from an empty cup. You can't keep bleeding for causes that would never bleed for you. At some point, protecting your peace becomes necessary. At some point, choosing your household becomes non negotiable. At some point, you realize that standing alone without dignity is better than standing in a crowd that disappears when it's your turn. Think about that. If this message resonated with you, make sure you like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and drop your thoughts in the comment section. I want to know where you stand. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and also turn your notification bell so you never miss the next conversation. See you in my next video.